Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Friends, it's a great day today because we have a big one. This is the biggest one we've had so far with Robotech, in my opinion, as this episode, episode 36, To the Stars, acts as the finale for the Macross saga for Robotech. After this, we head to a different property as Southern Cross takes center stage and we leave Rick and crew behind. I'm very curious how they do the transition, my friends, or begin the transition, and how all of our principles from this leg of Robotech end up. Can't wait to see, friends. Before we get started, though, if you could do me a huge favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. You'll be alerted next time we go live with Robotech or any of our Saturday morning React-TOONS. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to the Patreon is in the description. But my friends, all that is then, and this is now. And now it's time for us to engage the de facto finale for this leg of Robotech and find out what exactly happens to Rick and crew in this, the 36th episode of Robotech, To the Stars. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And for the last time with Rick and crew, away we go! And one last time, fanfare! Everybody's like, thank God! That tone deaf motherfucker. Man, 36 episodes of Robotech, friends. We've watched a bit. Place your bets, everybody. I know most of you have already seen this, but maybe if you're like me and haven't seen it yet, who do we have? Min-Mei or Lisa? Excuse me, one last time. Does Rick end up with Min-Mei or Lisa? I mean, my fingers are crossed it's Min-Mei because I don't want him with Lisa. And at this point, I'm going to begrudgingly say this. I thought Season's Greetings kind of set up what would be a kind of a neat end for Min-Mei and Rick if, you know, they bookended it with their meet cute in the beginning, the first episode, and now. So it's very interesting. We'll see.
The shadow of impending doom seems to have fallen over the crew of the SDF-1. There's no real threat as yet.
There's no crew of the SDF-1, though.
People would call the calm before the storm.
Really?
Roy was right. Once you get this Robotech stuff in your blood, it's there to stay.
Why is he so distant? Rick, what are you thinking about?
A lot of introspection.
Rick, what if you quit the army and I gave up my singing? I mean, could you be happy if we settled down and had a normal life?
I don't think we could.
But why not?
Money?
They look for me for protection and you to give them inspiration and hope.
When we first met, I was totally caught up in romantic dreams. And some of the dreams actually came true. But not the dream I had for you and me.
Min-Mei, you look beautiful.
Oh man, long wait.
Oh, Rick, we still have time. Let's get married.
Married?
What?
Chiron's disabled battlecruiser, the last of the Zentradi fleet, has slowly been restored, newly repowered by the reserves of Protoculture Matrix.
Really?
We have full power. We are ready.
Good. We will leave immediately to rejoin the Robotech Masters. But before I leave Earth, I want to destroy the SDF-1! You want
You can't be serious.
You understand that the Robotech Masters need that, right? They're probably not going to be super happy.
As the battlecruiser violently tears free from its earthbound prison.
So much for the Amazon.
What? What are you doing out here?
Nothing, really.
Admiral Global sent me to look for you. Why aren't you on the bridge?
I needed to be alone. I'm thinking about resigning.
Huh? You must be joking.
Everyone's going to quit?
I'm giving up. I'm just not as tough as everybody seems to think I am.
Come off it, Lisa. You're not...
Come on, Lisa.
What?
Quit talking like some silly simpering schoolgirl. You're a military woman, born, bred, and trained, and you're too much of a scrapper to give up like this without a fight.
Fuck yeah, Claudia.
But the military is your life, Lisa. You can't be serious about resigning your commission.
Yes, I am. I have to get away.
Where? There's nowhere to go.
Aboard the now quiet SDF-1, a lonely figure waits.
Oh, Global on the bridge by himself is so sad.
I have called you here for a briefing on your new assignment.
I'm sorry, sir, but I can't take a new assignment.
And why not?
Sir, I've decided to resign. In my state of mind, I'm no good to myself or the service.
You're talking nonsense, Captain. You can't disregard your duty because of some stupid romance.
I'm with you, Henry.
You mean you knew?
I have eyes, haven't I? Of course I knew about you and Captain Hunter. Construction on a new battlecruiser has just been completed, and I want you to command it.
Really?
Because you're the most capable and experienced officer in the entire command, the choice was an obvious one.
Oh, I love it.
I understand, sir. I accept the assignment.
Thank you, Captain.
Thank you, sir.
Step over here, Captain.
Henry always knew that she was the best.
Our Earth is a beautiful planet. It's sad to think that we'll have to be leaving it soon.
What?
The time has come for mankind to grow up and leave its cradle behind. To go forth and claim our place in outer space.
Really?
The human race couldn't possibly survive another Holocaust like the last one.
But our defense system has been vastly improved, and we were good enough to defeat the Zentradi, weren't
For
we?
the time being.
Right.
Even our highly sophisticated defense systems would be useless in a warfare of robotechnology. Earth destroyed, it returns safely home. That is why I intend to make certain that the next battlefield will be on their home planet.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And we'll put an end to this war by destroying their capacity to make war. We leave tomorrow.
I'll be ready, sir.
Wow.
Little suspecting that in a very short time, the SDF-1 will be engaged in a life and death struggle with Chiron's approaching battle fortress.
The SDF-1 is a museum. It doesn't do anything. It's been sitting there for 4 fucking years or however long it's been. Oh, for God's sakes. My name's Rick. I like to fly.
How could I ever give up flying, even for Min-Mei?
We know, buddy.
But I can't even think about settling down now. The SDF-1 needs every available pilot. I can't quit.
Didn't you hear the doorbell?
I wonder who it could be. Lisa, I mean Captain.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
You see, new orders were just handed down. I'll be going into deep space soon. It's true. I can't believe it, but Admiral Global has given me the command of my own battle fortress.
That's awesome.
My own command at last. Aren't you happy for me, Rick?
When are you leaving?
Yes, you're happy.
It won't be easy, of course, and all of us realize this mission will probably keep us in deep space for several years.
Wow.
I realize it's possible we may never come back.
I'm sure you'll be successful.
It was a real honor to meet you, Miss Min-Mei.
Thank you.
I mean it. Your music has been a great inspiration to us all. And now, Rick, I have just one more thing to say. I love you. I always have. But I may never see him again. And I had to tell him.
I understand.
Take care of him for me.
I don't know what to say. I mean,
Good luck, Captain Hayes. God be with you.
Min-Mei, I've got way more respect for you now.
Hey, wait a minute! Lisa!
Come back! You can't
Wait.
go! What about me?
Okay, never mind.
They need me!
I need you too!
Huh?
Huh? What is it?
Oh no! It can't be! We're under attack!
Holy shit.
By Chiron's battle fortress has caught Earth's defense systems completely off guard.
Lisa!
What happened?
Oh no, Lisa!
Rick!
Lisa, where are
Rick,
you?
come back!
Wow, this is crazy.
Chiron has launched his final assault upon Earth before returning to deep space.
Oh my God, look at all the casualties.
Lisa! Oh no.
No.
I'll be all right.
Just take
It
it
was
easy.
so sudden. What's happened?
Jesus, they leveled the city.
Got to get back to the SDF-1. Oh,
Wait! You're not going anywhere. You're too weak. I'll take care of you, Lisa. Because I love you.
What?
What?
Oh, Rick, thank goodness you're all right. Come on, we have to get to the shelter. Come on. You can't leave me like this.
Oh my God. What do you do?
Rick and I are both soldiers, and we have our duty to perform.
I know that, but
Listen! If you...
The wind from the explosions is cool.
He's a pilot. That's his life.
You call that a life? War, devastation, battle after battle until everything is destroyed?
You've been around Kyle too long.
If you don't understand it yet, after all that's been said, then there's no chance you ever will.
I don't understand. How could you do this to me if you love me? No!
Min-Mei, stop that. I want a normal life as much as you or anyone.
Then why?
We're having this conversation in a war zone.
Not when the future of the whole human race is at stake.
No, Rick!
Let go, Min-Mei.
Please!
Let go!
No!
Someday you'll understand, Min-Mei.
I don't think she will.
No!
Okay.
A single battle cruiser, 10 degrees southwest. Present position 27 miles, but closing in very fast.
Come on.
My revenge is well worth waiting for. Admiral Gloval is going to wish he'd never heard of me.
Admiral Glovo.
Enemy ship still closing fast. Range now 20 miles.
Holy shit.
They're firing on us, Captain!
Do we got pinpoint? We got anything left? We do not. Oh my god, that was not Kim, was it? Or Vanessa?
Hit. We've lost communications. It looks pretty bad.
Yeah. Pretty bad, all right.
Holy shit, Rick, get down there, dude.
SDF-2, do you read me? Lisa! Captain Hayes! Lisa, it's Rick. Answer me!
SDF-2? Dear God, dear God.
Control teams needed on levels 4 through 20.
All available.
Tell them we need more help on the flight deck.
All section.
Oh, they're still at their posts.
It's no use, Captain. We have no control whatever. We're losing power. Captain will have to abandon ship immediately.
Think. What would Admiral Global do at a time like this?
No, what would Lisa Hayes do?
Come on, hurry!
Where's she going? Oh, don't ask questions. Just follow her. Welcome aboard, ladies. What took you so long?
Ha 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 ha.
It's Claudia!
And Admiral Global.
Don't just stand there. We have a job to do.
You mean, sir, will the ship still fly?
Well, now, there's only one way to find out, isn't there?
Get to your fucking spots. Ladies, let's go.
What about the main gun, sir?
Enough power for one firing. We'll have to make sure it's effective. Okay, battle station.
Yes, sir.
Give me maximum power on all thrusters.
Power levels at maximum capacity, sir. All systems are go. Ready for immediate liftoff on your mark.
Oh, it brings a tear to my eye to see them all back.
3, 2, 1.
Take her up.
Come on, old girl. One last ride. Hell yeah.
It's taking off! It's taking off! It's true! The SDF-1 is taking off! Come see for
I
yourself!
can't believe it.
She's got one last flight in her. The old girl's got one last dance.
The Admiral was right. That's only enough energy for one shot, so make it a good one.
As Chiron continues his relentless advance,
Oh, Chiron, I think you're gonna check out, buddy.
a lone Veritech fighter appears out of nowhere to confront the Zentradi single-handedly.
What?
Rick! Rick Hunter, is that you?
Lisa! I must be hearing things!
No, you aren't. I'm aboard the SDF-1, Rick.
There's Rick. Let's fly cover for him, Max.
Roger.
Hurry up, Veritech. The firing sequence is already engaged.
Go, go, go.
Right behind you!
Now fire!
Woo!
Chiron's ship is crippled by the blast.
He's not on it.
On its power now totally depleted, settles back into the lake.
Oh,
All right, they've had their fun. Now it's our turn. Now I'll show them.
Now what?
Grell's dead.
They're helpless. Get them.
We both will. It requires a sacrifice. Are you willing to face it with me, Asonia?
It will be glorious.
Did he lose his eye?
Fatal decision made, Chiron locks the guidance system of his ship into a head-on collision with the now...
It's a suicide run.
The enemy isn't altering his course, sir. It looks like he plans to ram us.
Sammy, do we have any power left?
Not enough to activate the main gun again, sir.
Get out of there.
Here, I have no helm control.
Our reserve power is depleted too, sir.
Get out of there. No, no, no.
What's he doing?
It's not gonna stop it. Oh my god. Victory. Oh my god. Chiron, you might be my favorite character in this fucker now. Oh my god, awesome. Rick, get in there.
Lisa!
Is everyone all right?
Oh, Lisa, I thought you were...
At the last moment, Admiral Global pushed me into an ejection module.
I thought I'd lost you. Just when I'd come to realize how much you mean to me.
What about everybody else?
Lisa, thank heaven you're both all right.
I have to tell you something. Min-May...
You're in love with Lisa? I knew that.
I was there when you said it.
I wasn't really all that eager to be married. Well, I realized that my music means as much to me as the Army does to you and Rick.
Okay, great.
I know when we return, you'll be a bigger star than ever.
Good luck on your mission, Lisa, and come home safely.
Thank you.
Well...
So what happened to Claudia and everybody?
Goodbye, Rick. Goodbye.
Send her out with her song. I'll allow it. Damn it, Min-May, I do like your character. Fuck. This show would have been the weaker without Min-May. I've said it. I've said it before, I'll say it again. This show would have been weaker without her.
What about our mission? Both of our battle cruisers have been destroyed. How can we get to the stars?
We'll build the SDF-3, Lisa, and together we'll get there. We'll go to the stars and beyond.
I didn't even know what the SDF-2 was.
Yes, we will. We'll go to the stars and beyond.
Claudia, Global, Sammy, Kim, Vanessa. Does that say Macross on the card? On the... So long. All right, friends, we just got done watching Robotech, episode 36, To the Stars, and the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everybody, just got done watching Robotech, episode 36, To the Stars. I thought it was a good episode, I really do. A lot left unanswered. I'm going to go out on a limb here, everyone. I just clicked and clicked, by the way. I didn't look anything up. I'm going to assume that Lisa said Admiral Global, Henry shoved her into an ejection or escape pod at the last minute. Doesn't say that he got in one. So I'm thinking Global died, Claudia died, Kim, Vanessa, and Sammy died. Oh, that sucks really bad. I'm just gonna put a question mark around them for right now because I don't know, and they just decided not to let us know anything about those supporting characters whenever they decided to end this leg of the thing. So let's move on. I actually thought the entirety of the episode and the idea that there was one last sneak attack, that's Chiron's MO. Chiron, has been doing this. He's been playing this. He wants the trophy. And for him, the trophy has always been the SDF-1. Whether it was Breetai who was hamstringing him or then Azonia, he just couldn't, he wasn't allowed to go full bore and just take out the SDF-1. They all kept recalling him. They kept, basically hamstringing him at any chance. And so now he finally had the chance. He built his cruiser back up. He thought, I'm killing the SDF-1 before I leave. F it. It's been on my list, And I like the idea of him launching this full-scale attack. Again, it's utter devastation or nothing in Robotech, where it's like, okay, so, we're just going to get absolutely destroyed. The city, was widespread destruction throughout the city. Again, you saw casualties flooding in. We saw people that were either dead or dying, just casualties everywhere. And I think the thing that it was really cool, like the last flight of the SDF-1. Now, friends, I need some help here because I'm very confused. I don't know if I missed like a transition shot or like a location shot. I did not see the SDF-2 at all. I don't know if I just mistook something whenever they were on the different bridge and the bridge got hit. Henry and Lisa had kind of that balcony, almost like a Breetai balcony they stood up on looking down on Kim, Vanessa, and Sammy. I don't know what ship that was. I thought they were on the SDF-1. And she said they were like, the SDF-2's been hit. Okay, I didn't get that. It's not a big deal, but I don't know if they didn't have like a rendered SDF-2, and so it was just, I don't know. I'd likely probably missed something. Help me, just clear that up for me if you could, friends. I didn't get it because it looked like when they left the bridge of the SDF-2, wherever that was, they like went down the hallway and down, and then they popped out into the SDF-1. It's like almost like they were the same place. Like the SDF-2 was on top of the SDF-1's bridge, if that makes sense. That's the kind of like lo that's kind of like the point location I got just from the scene work that they were doing. But man, I was really confused there for a second. It was a really badass episode to end. You know, you got to see some cool fighting, some cool, they re-engaged Lisa there at the bitter end. They were able to make her basically say, you know what, okay, let me get this stuff that I've been meaning to say to Rick. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it in front of Min May. I think it's hilarious that this is like the first time Min May and Lisa have actually spoken. You know, I think they've been in the same space, but never, have they even ever met before? I'm not even sure because she said, oh, it was nice to meet you. I mean, Jesus, really? They've been like, doing a little dance around with Rick, and they've never really kind of like crossed paths. That's crazy to me. But it was cool. And you know what? I think that I said it once and I'll say it a million times. This leg, the Macross leg, I don't think it's as good a show at all without Min May. I've said it. And I'm not saying that, begrudgingly either. She was a really cool, interesting character Force of Arms just by itself. She was so badass in that. Getting up there and singing, as the war drum for the Micronian forces, and the dirge or the war doom for the Zentradi as they were hit with those feelings and stuff. It was really cool, and Min May, for all of her wishy-washy and stuff when it comes to Rick, I think that if I had to sum up Min May, I think Min May was basically just a normal kid who was put in an extraordinary circumstance, got instant stardom with all of that. And the first person she met before all this crap happened was Rick. In this moment of mania, it's this, love in the time of cholera. There's just crap going on everywhere. What do we do? What do we do? And the high energy, and she fell in love with Rick. And I think that she always kind of felt that way in the back of her mind, like, I'm supposed to be in love with Rick. Rick loves me. I love Rick. And it was more like a high school crush, that they never really even acted on. They didn't like date or anything like that. They just had a crush on one another. And when it turned out that really they didn't have anything really, you know, similar with one another, there was nothing that could really make a relationship substantial for the two of them. It wasn't like they had so many shared similarities, or they had, so many passions that they, kind of cross paths. None of that. They were in completely different worlds, and that's perfectly fine. I just wish that they would have been able to kind of like realize that earlier. And I'm almost, it would have been such a better way to do this if they literally had just stuck with the ending at Force of Arms, when it was very evident that Rick and Lisa were going to be together at the end of Force of Arms. And if they wanted to do these epilogue episodes, that's completely cool, but you take it from a different direction. You take it where it's not Rick that's pining for Min May, it's Min May that's pining for Rick. She's in a terrible situation with Kyle. We would believe that as the audience. We'd be like, oh my God, this is awful. And, maybe even Rick's a guy, he's stupid. Maybe he gets swayed, not where he like actually cheats on Lisa or anything, but he entertains thoughts about it. And then they realize that they're not meant for, they're way better friends. They're more support for one another than actual, like a romantic or, a paramour of sorts. But it just, I think they missed. Obviously, the majority of these epilogue episodes were not good. And but the last two were very good. Season's Greetings and To the Stars, I thought, were very strong. Strong enough for me. Does that make sense? They were strong enough for me to be like, okay, I'm good. This saga kind of wrapped up. I'm cool. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. I will end with this. I enjoyed the absolute hell out of this entire thing. I think that it was a fantastic run. Even though that, it stumbled there at the end with the epilogues, the rest of it was so great that, I absolutely give it a pass for the last couple episodes, because there were some good moments in those episodes. I mean, Force of Arms was so good that it's almost just like, Bye Bye Mars was so good. I mean, there was just so many really, obviously you've got, Farewell Big Brother, and you've got, Ben's death and all of those things that really kind of played into it. But I think that the story in its totality was very, very well done. And again, I think that it was well done and appreciated by the North American audiences to which it was targeted, because it didn't shy away from any of the adult themes that it was portraying. That's the strength of Robotech. I mean, from what we've all talked about, really what you all have kind of shared with me, I think it's easy to say Robotech is of lesser quality than Macross because I'm assuming, Macross probably, is obviously I'm going to assume I'm going to watch Do You Remember Love? So even though I know that that's not the Macross saga, but it's more representative of that as you've told me. So I'm curious to see comparatively how that falls. All in all, I think this show was exceptionally strong because it was taken from Macross. Macross that was not geared towards specifically for a younger audience. That's the beauty of Robotech. Robotech is a word. You know what I mean? It's made up of all of these other different properties that they didn't alter enough to dumb them down for kids. And when kids would watch these, I think all of my older friends were so in awe of Robotech because it didn't treat them like kids. And ultimately, that's my long winded way of saying that's what I think the success of Robotech is. Robotech, at least this first part, which is I don't even know what happens next because my friends didn't talk about it. I only ever heard of Veritex. I only ever heard of, Rick and Max and all these people. I have no context for what happens next. And I can't assume that there's any Veritex in there. If there are, cool. But I from the couple of the, thumbnails I've seen, I don't see that. And you all kind of told me this is the end of the Veritex. So I'm very interested to see where we go from this point forward, but I am very, very happy, very pleased, very content. I think that Robotech lived up to the nostalgia, the something that normally you can't live up to. The memory of youth, something that you missed. Oh, how can it ever match up to what you've built up in your mind? And I think Robotech did that. I feel so cool now that I watched, and not cool like cool like, oh, finally, it's like the longest thing on my to-do list and I've checked it off. At least this leg of it. And thank you all for being here on the trip with me. I appreciate it so much, both over on Patreon and YouTube. It means the absolute world that you all have spent your time with me to rewatch something that I know so many of you have already seen and to help me, guide me through all of this stuff. It just meant the world, everybody. And I appreciate you so much for sharing your knowledge and sharing your time. It means the absolute world. So friends, it's time for us to go. And normally we say goodbye, but I don't think we will this time. In fact, I think instead of saying goodbye, we will say hello, because this is a time of transition that leads on to Southern Cross and points north or farther away. So I can't wait to see where this story goes. And I bid a fond farewell to these great characters that we have met and this wonderful story that we've experienced. But with that due, is done. And the new due that we have to give to the devil is coming up. So I want to make sure that we look at this new story as for what it is, a continuation, but a story of itself, and to see how that story progresses and whether or not we can enjoy it as much as we saw Macross, because I'm open to doing it, my friends. So friends, until we again go to the stars with Robotech, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.